Now, first off, I want to share with you two of my favorite YouTube channels. Now, this first channel is called Goodness in People. Now, on this channel, there's this fellow here who's called Michael. Now, Michael actually goes around and gives to the homeless. He gives to the poor. But not only that, he takes it one step further. Michael actually befriends these homeless people, which I actually find to be quite admirable. So I want you guys to go over there and subscribe and support and give Michael some love. And the next one of my favorite channel is called Marisha Muguy. Now, this young lady here, she has the gift of motivational speaking. I believe her veracity is actually needed in this time of increasing shallowness and degeneracy. So you guys might want to go over there and also support and give her some love and subscribe whenever you have some free time. I'll also leave links to both channels in the description box below. Now, let's talk crypto. Guys, I want us to look at Pepe for a second. I want us all to check out this number. Look at this, guys. Check this out. Pepe went up 131 million%. That's incredible. That's just amazing. But I bet that you'll be surprised to know that actually Shiba Inu went up even higher than that. Shiba Inu went up 150 million%. That's insane. Because nowhere else in the entire financial sector can you find any other asset that has appreciated this much, that has gone up this much. You can't find it. And if you guys know of any other asset, please, you guys can leave it in the comments. I've never seen this. This is unprecedented. But now, let's talk about that $1 million question. And that question is, can just a meager $20 investment in one of these meme coins make you into a multimillionaire? And the simple answer is yes. Now I know what I'm talking about because I happen to have my receipts. Check out this, you guys. This one fellow here, at the inception of Pepe, he actually went in early. And he purchased just a little bit over 2 trillion Pepe coins for just $26. That's 26 bucks, guys. And you guys want to guess how much he made? This guy made a whopping $60 million. $60 million, guys. That's like life-changing money right there. But the only drawback when it comes to him in particular was that, I don't know, probably had done something naughty, I don't know. The devs had somehow blocked him because apparently he had all that amount of Pepe in one wallet, which is something that we're learning right now. We're learning not to do that, even including myself, from this thing that happened with him, because that should not have occurred. Everyone else would became multimillionaires from these several other meme coins. They managed to cash out without any issues. But this one fellow here, he had all his Pepe in one wallet, and I'm thinking that he was attempting to cash out everything all at once, and that was his problem. That was his error, which I don't recommend any of you guys do in the case of something similar to this. So what I learned is that it's wisdom to diversify the wallets that you have your tokens on. So you don't want to have all your tokens piled up in one wallet. Try to have them diversified into at least 2 or 3 different wallets so that you don't run into this same issue that this fellow here did, because the devs actually blocked him, which is unheard of. I've never heard of anything like that. So it's either that or he did something naughty. Usually people get to, cash out their holdings without issues. And like I said, I wouldn't recommend, cashing out everything all at once. So yeah, guys, what did these guys do to become multimillionaires? First, they bought in early. That's why I've been trying to tell you guys to purchase Kishu Inu, because it's at the bottom. And that's exactly what they did. They bought in when the coins are literally at the bottom. And I also learned to make sure as well that you have at least 1 trillion of whichever one of the prophetic tokens. Because I've also seen that often, that usually, even with Shiba Inu, the ones that hold at least 1 trillion, they usually cash out into 1 million or 1 million point something. So they usually go over the $1 million mark whenever they're cashing out. So it's wisdom to have at least 1 trillion in whichever coin. So this coin here, Pepe, I've noticed that it started going sideways from April of 2023, and then it consolidated for an entire year which is basically going sideways and doing nothing until February of 2024. That's when it took off and made many multimillionaires. And also this one guy here that made the $60 million from just his meager $26 purchase. So I've noticed, guys, it's going to take some time. The Shiba Inu run, it did that in almost less than a year, like literally around 11 months, I think. It did that tremendous rise where it created a lot of millionaires. It just literally took off. It just suddenly popped and made a lot of millionaires. But with Pepe, it was a little bit over a year. So they take a little time, guys. As do all things, they take time. So I just want for you guys to know that. Now, I'm going to share a few more examples of other people who have, spent just a small amount of cash and have also ventured into the millionaire or multi-millionaire territory with these meme coins. Now, the first meme coin that I'm going to speak about is this meme coin that is called WIF, which is called dog with hat, or dog with hat rather. Now, this fellow here purchased $1,800 worth of WIF, and that made him $11 million. That's awesome, guys. That's crazy. That's life-changing money right there. And that's our intention. That's what our intention should be. But these are just examples so you guys know that this thing happens way more often than you know. It happens way more often than many of you guys know. You see. Now, this other guy here, he purchased just $3,000 worth of this meme coin, which is called Genon, and he made $9 million. There you have it again, guys. You see, that's a prime example of a wealth transfer taking place. Now, the thing with these guys now is that they may or may not have had divine insight or prophetic insight before they had purchased their coins. They may not have had that. So in this case, we have an advantage over them because Yaz already pointed out to us which coins are going to do well. And in some cases, he's actually given us numbers as to how high they're going beforehand. So that's why I said that we may even have an advantage over these guys. They may have just bought out of just pure liking whichever meme coin that they bought. But as for us, we've been given divine instructions from the Lord Jesus Christ, from God himself. So yeah, this next coin is a meme coin, which is called GOAT. Now this one fellow here, he purchased $727 worth of this GOAT token, and that made him $2.2 million. Again, guys, that is life-changing money. And yet another proof, another receipt that these meme coins are literally minting millionaires and multi-millionaires every year. In fact, they've been creating millionaires since 2021 up until now, every single year. And the question is, are you going to be the next multi-millionaire? Are you going to take position and follow suit and do as these guys did and buy in low, secure your purchase, and be in line to becoming the next multi-millionaire? Because you've seen it for yourself. We're not selling fantasies here. These are facts. This is logical facts that I've just shared with you guys. But you try to buy into one of these blue chip cryptos, any one of these cryptos like XRP or Cardano or XLM or any of these high-priced blue chip cryptos today, and try to become a multi-millionaire or a millionaire. It's not going to happen. Fat chance, very slim chance of that happening. No, you have to get into these coins from their inception, from their at 10 zeros or 12 zeros. You see, you want to do exactly what these multimillionaires did. You want to buy in early at these low prices, and then you hodl and ride them up until they've eaten 6, 7 zeros. And you start taking profits along the way. And I've also noticed that they don't except for this one guy that had made that mistake with Pepe of trying to cash out everything that he had, except for him, because like I said, I've never heard of that. I've noticed that they take profits along the way as well. When their coins have reached a certain level which they had preconceived, they have thought of before, then they take profits at those levels, going up. But they don't go ahead and dump all of their coins all at once. They never do that. They take profits along the way, which is the right way, because you don't want to come off as being some kind of pump and dumper. You see, that's the right way. So yeah, guys, there you have it. You've seen the receipts for yourself. It has never been more easy to become a millionaire than it is today in the history of our world. So in this coming meme coin season, if you're not one who has ventured into the millionaire territory, that would be up to you, because I've already laid out the instructions. I've already shared with you what Yah had placed in my heart and the wisdom that he has given to me. And the intention of this channel is to create multi-millionaires. I'm going to be one, and I intend to carry you guys with me. Hence why I've created this channel. Now, that's all I wanted to share in this particular video. You guys take care, be blessed, shalom, until next time.